So what is going on, YouTube fans? This is just a quick update. I'm not doing, the broadcast for this one. I am still broadcasting, but this one is gonna be a quick update. So of course, this can be found in online. So here's the update. So let's see. Okay, it's still the same. So here, this is the most important thing. So, like I said, I have zero clue about these two, but I don't. If you don't see them in the summoning, if you don't see or here, of course, yeah, I'll talk about these guys later. But as for now, you don't see none of them, right? So if you don't see Rebecca, Lucy, and their weapons, don't purchase these. Like I said, I have zero clue what's gonna happen, so I don't recommend um, spending on these. And you can look down, it says please spend responsibility. So I'm doing this you guys a favor. Is that these don't waste it. I mean, if you don't see Rebecca, if you don't see Lucy in the summonings, don't purchase these. Of course, of course you see these. Of course you got like 6 days. Of course I buy these. This. You want better? Give me a second. Of course, someone got 21. So yeah, obtains. Yeah, so I got 21. So But anyway, just want to let you guys know, don't spend this. If you have some of these, I have zero clue of what's gonna happen to those items that you still have. Like I said, I have no clue. Now, of course, these two are now not her bathing suit, but these two are pretty much low price. Well, of course, you need to pay real money by going to PlayStation Store and to buy the outfit. But like I said, if you don't have those characters, if you have none of these characters, don't spend it. You're basically just wasting money for outfits that you don't, the characters that you don't have. Of course, herself right here, Peppermint outfit, she is, her summoning is available. Let me see, look at that. Let me see. Of, of course, you get the models, but this one's $30. I feel like no, dude, for $30 just so that's like money grab over here. I mean, basically, you just basically getting just the colors, the arts, and that's pretty much it. I guess the wheels as well, but other than that, it doesn't really give you any. Other than you get 600, but 32, that's not enough. You can say 600 is not really big deal if you're trying to spend on summonings of gaining characters. But like I said, like it says, please spend responsibility. Accessories, I mean, I have enough to buy this, but I'm pretty much focusing on getting Rebecca and Lucy, so I really don't care about that. Of course, this one's like $10. You get 300 plus, you get new colors for your. I guess you want to call your wings. Okay, you get the bundles, all that, Of course, this one is for you. You gotta go place to the store, that, blah blah, and all that. You got the standards. We get the levels. These are for free. You can set it, but you gotta be certain levels. Of course, level 75. Well, from from 70, 75, and 80 are the ones with the yellow orbs. Recommend. There you go. You see, like I said, this is just outfits, and you get the icons. We got this one, of course. But like I said, if you don't have the character, don't spend it. You basically, like I said, you're gonna be wasting money the characters that you don't have. Now let's go to the summonings. Okay, we get introduced to the new character, her. Of course, now you can get him. Of course, now that she's here, but like I said, you can only get the character. I mean, you get the character, but if you want the outfit for her, you need to pay real money by going to PlayStation Store. So, yeah. Now for her, well, technically, just like like any summonings that you do with Rebecca, Lucy, and other summonings, by going to here, you can choose. Of course, like I said, if she's here, you can get her outfit, her outfit, this, her, you know. That's basically it. Of course, I'm going for her. Although I was gonna go for this guy, but when you play as her, she does have a healing ability, and that's actually very good because I want to keep wasting my resource. But sadly, just like Rebecca and Lucy, like for these characters, these are their weapons. Of course, that's her weapon. This girl's weapon. Just like and that's this is her weapons. By going here to do the same, these are on the weapons. Of course, I'm going for this one, but at the same time, I'm still, I'm kind of debating because I'm trying to save a lot. But I got 11, but like I said, like you see, I got 4,432. Now it does that sounds a lot, but it isn't. Like I said, these the sword and orbs, it costs a lot. So for 150, of course, like this guy right here, these are the characters you can only get. And of course, these are just, but of course, I already got what I wanted. But it's in the case. Go here, for exchange. I mean, I could get one of these. I could get one of these. Actually, matter of fact, I'll just take this guy. Oh, actually, it's 160. Damn, that's even worse. So yeah, so basically you'll be wasting a lot. So I'm pretty much trying to, save. Like you never know, like in the future, like Cyberpunk. I don't know, they say this is like probably this chance that it's gonna be one time only event for Cyberpunk, because of course you need to have a license to able to actually make them playable in this game. So yeah, I'm just I do gotta make sacrifice. I'm just gonna save. I'll probably save these, what I could say. So far, I guess these two are available. You could get her and her, but like I say, these outfits are basically, not that I paid real money. Although I don't know about her though. I mean, she's a 4 star, so I don't really don't get why giving her outfit, but I guess a waifu thing going on. But I think that's basically it. Now let's go to the events. Of course, there it is. This one is complete. It's a flashback. But like I say, if you don't have Rebecca, by the time you reach 10, she's gone. So this is a most likely one time only. So sorry people who missed it. Of course, we got this one. It's supposed to be a new map, new area. We got this one. This, of course, when it says permanently, that means it stays there. So basically, this is like one of the classic game. So basically, is how you want to call it. You pretty much move around, and your text is automatically. Let's do that for later. Cloud ride. Okay. I guess basically it's similar to when you go to the ice region, you're able to drive on water. I'll show you what I mean. Let's get out of here. Okay, so keep in mind, you see, we got Atom Smasher. It's supposed to be permanently, but it's not really worth it if you don't have Lucy or Rebecca. So if you don't have you don't have Rebecca or Lucy, it's really no point. I mean, you could get the Echo weapon. That's pretty much it. All right. So yeah, so basically this allow you to drive on water. Actually, not. Might also show you, right?
Are you certain this intel can be trusted?
Yeah. Yeah. Although this is one thing that I hate the most. because once you do that, you can't. Your control's frozen. So yes, and I think, but let's just continue with the events. Of course, like I said, you can do the trials. Oh damn! She hurt. She's getting hurt more than usual. Yeah, her. Like I said, outfits. You know, don't have the character, don't waste it. And if you don't want to waste your money, don't spend it. Like I said, it costs real money. That I really don't care. So of course there's the updates. You all know that. I haven't tried that yet. Although I did fight her before. You do the trials. If you want to test them out, of course I'll probably test them out later. But like I said, I'm gonna take a gamble and just not do it. Of course, you got these. You got although that girl right there next to the female main protagonist, that one I'm kind of curious. Let me see. So far, it's just like this. The gift, you get a free gift. Just collect these, And I do recommend, save it. Who knows? And like I said, I'm taking a gamble, because I'm just saving. Like I said, you never know in the future if they're gonna bring a crossover characters, like Cyberpunk. So yeah. So we got this. I guess this is another event, but it's permanently, so I don't care. Don't care about that. Yeah, this is another event, This one. So I really don't care. But like I said, when it says permanently, it's gonna be there. That one I already did it. I already complete all that, so it's really no point. See, I mean I can spend on these, but of course I want this, so I don't really care about this. Let me see this. Oh. Go to guide. So I'll give you a sneak peek on this guy. Yeah, I really don't care about the story,
About to get spicy!
And you also get a free of this, you know. Okay, I think that's pretty much covers everything. I told you about the event. Also, so pretty much all this, you know. Let's see, recapture action online available in 2 days. So yeah, pretty much. Okay, and I think that's pretty much it. But like I said, if you missed Cyberpunk, I'm sorry, but like you know. But I guess I'm not sure, but so I don't know if he'll be permanently or not. But you got here as well. So but like I say, you know, one more time reminder: don't spend things that you don't have no character, and don't spend these. Don't buy these because like I said, I have no clue. So as for now, don't spend it if you don't see on Lucy or Rebecca. So I think that's pretty much it I could tell you guys. But let me see. Oh, this is also purchased, but like I said, you know, just a reminder. This one is gonna be $100 plus taxes, but you get 6,480. Now that seems a lot. I'm sorry to say, it's not. Because here's the thing: first, you need to summon 80 just to get that character. Number two, you're gonna be spending a lot just trying to get her weapon. So yeah. So like I said, I'm trying to give you guys all the heads up, you know. But let me see. Get double amount for your first top up, one time only, pure price tiers. So I guess it's like either one time only. But like I said, I'm not gonna waste it. But let me see. It gives you a recommend. But this one is actually a pretty good one. Let me see. So you get 90 for 30 days. So you you get 90, then you get another day in the second day, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, all the way up to 30. Then once the 30 is up, it's gone, expires. And also you get also 300. So yeah, I mean I guess this is worth it. But I'm not asking you to go buy it now. I'm just saying like it says, please spend responsibility. So I'm not asking you to go ahead do it. No, it's like I said, it's all up to you. But I'm not pressuring you anything. Like I said, I don't find those character not my interest. So not really. I'm not gonna spend it. Oh, speaking about this, hold on a second. Oh, not you. for this one, you get actually for you can get a one-time free summon. But once you use one free summon, then because as right now it's supposed to be used to be 20, but since you get a free, now you gotta do is do it one more time. So here's the price. So yeah. So yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna bother. And besides, come on, I got Rebecca and Lucy, so you know. So I don't really need those characters because you know. But like I said, you know, it'd be kind of cool, you know, having David. You know, I'll say, you know, forget my main character. David is the new main character of the game. But of course, you know, it's show and tell. You know, you can look, but you cannot touch. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. So I'll see you guys later. Because I'll be doing the real broadcast, but I probably say a lot longer. But you know, I gotta make sure you know everything. Let me see one last thing. Like I said, you know, I mean, you get this bike. That's it. I mean, like I say, you can change the colors if you buy it. And for some reason, I have no clue about why the persona are here. But like I said, I really don't care. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.